Happy to see you here in the beautiful historic city of Iloilo. So we begin our opening ceremonies. May we call on the President of the University of Northeastern Philippines, Dean Germanisa Alfilor Morelena, to lead the Education National Anthem.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Almighty God, our Father and Creator, the great enabler and provider, we thank you for gathering us today in this conference in safety and comfort as we traveled from great distances to come together and discuss the future of legal education in the country. We know that it is only through your will that this has been made possible for the greater glory of your kingdom on earth. We ask you to bless our panelists, resource speakers, moderators, secretariat, our hosts, and all those who are involved to make this gathering a success. Continue to bless them with the wisdom and courage to provide meaningful information that will lead us to relevant and responsive action. Bless us all with the insight, empathy, and compassion to think about our students and the future of our profession in the midst of a rapidly changing world. Send us your Holy Spirit that we may be able to reflect on our learnings in this conference and be able to apply it to our schools and profession. We pray that you allow the fire for legal education reform to continue burning, to enable us all to provide quality and excellence not only for us but for our nation. We also pray that you make each one of us realize that providing excellent and ethical lawyers is our contribution to nation building. Finally, Almighty God, we pray that as we participate in the activities of this conference,
Lupang hinirang, tuwing ka nang magiting sa manlulupi, di ka pasisiil sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukaw. May bilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang isap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagmimingning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan kamay magdidilig, lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mag-aapi, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Akalain na kasama ko ngayong araw na ito, this morning, our law deans, professors, and practitioners in law, at saka hindi pa akalain nga ganun pala sila kaseryoso. Parang nasa korte. Of course, the judges. Pero I hope that you're going to have a fellowship, and we have with us anyway in the House City Councilor Attorney Joshua Allen, who's the Fellowship Master of the City of Iloilo. So, where's Councilor Joshua Allen? Dean Milo Divina, the President of the Philippine Association of Law Schools. And Dean Milo Divina is my idol. I know him probably since 20 years ago. Both in the legal profession and on the spiritual side. He has always been there. And thank you also for all the support that you've been giving to Iloilo City, especially in your travels, and giving all these talks in law schools. This is still part of your advocacy. President of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, Attorney Rose Reyes. Attorney Rose. Justice Hilario Aquino, Chairman of the Legal Education Board. Dean Ernesto Marcelo Jr., College of Law and Chairman of the Philippine Association of Law Schools. As well, of course, the deans here of the University of Iloilo, of Central Philippine University, and the University of San Agustin, our host schools in the city of Iloilo. Can we also give them Friends, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Filipinos, good morning. I'd like to welcome all the legal luminaries, law deans and professors from the various law schools all over the country, resource persons, and of course distinguished guests to Iloilo City. By the way, Iloilo City is called the City of Love. So here we make love, we don't love. As law and law practitioners continue to play bigger and bigger roles in our development as a nation and as a peace-loving society, it is not surprising that the new focus is being given to legal education, our law schools, and to the practice of law. Your theme, mapping out the future of Philippine legal education and the practice of law, proclaims its importance and its necessity. While other legal institutions are far from perfect, we continue to view law as central to advancing our economic prosperity, maintaining our social stability, securing our liberties, and building a more just and equitable society. Legal education is about training men and women who in many different ways will be the future leaders and advocates of our country. I am thus confident that this two-day 2015 LEB-PALS Legal Education Conference will be filled with lively discussions, especially with very active Ilonggo lawyers who are here with us. You know, it's the passion of the Ilonggos, especially Ilonggo lawyers, to participate and contribute in every and all discussions, in any kind of discussions here in the city of Iloilo. And I'm quite sure that they will be very active in the discussions of in their conference. I am glad that the Philippine Association of Law Schools and the Legal Education Board have chosen Iloilo City as the venue of their conference. By the way, for the information of everyone, we just would like to inform you that Iloilo City is home of the Supreme Court's longest serving Chief Justice, and that is Chief Justice Ramon Avancenda. And the home, of course, of Lawrence D. Regalado, the 4th Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, and of course, Supreme Court Associate Justice Hardalesa. Iloilo City is also home of the Philippines to well-known legal luminaries such as Senate President Franklin M. Drilon. Iloilo City, aside from being in the forefront of the legal practice, is also famous for other cultural and heritage sites. So please take advantage of this while you are here in Iloilo. We are home, of course, of the famous Inaugural Festival, the Parao Regatta Festival, the Museo Iloilo. Latest contributions are the heritage buildings. About 15 of them have been fully restored, and not a single centavo from the government coffers have been used. But this is all about private-public partnership. We also were able to restore the once dead Iloilo River in 3 years' time. We were able to make a turnaround as we were able to remove about 1,000 informal settlers living on the river and remove about all the fish cages and all illegal structures along the river without much opposition from anyone, especially from the settlers themselves. Also, Iloilo is the food capital of the country. We have a variety of food, more famous than the pasta choy, and of course the pancit molo, aside from the bizcocho and other stuff that you can enjoy, especially the seafood. Iloilo City is the center of Panay Island, and we are the educational center and business center as well. So if you have time, try to go to Gigantes Island in Estancia, that's northern Iloilo, and do some island hopping. You can also go to Roja City and enjoy all the seafood there. Although we have also Diwal here in Iloilo City. Caticlan is only 4 hours away from Iloilo, so you can go to Boracay. And of course, try also the southern beaches of Antique, where they put people on a big frying pan or kettle, and you're being cooked there. That's like a hot sauna or something. And then, of course, the UNESCO Heritage Miagao Church, which is home to UP the Visayas, that is in Miagao. Aside from the local heritage and natural environmental tourism that we would like to offer. So please try to also visit our mansions. We have the famous Dennis Garden, the house of former Vice President Lopez, as well as the Caminian Balay na Bato. Iloilo City is also home to the crown of Queen Maria Cristina, which is a replica of the crown of Spain. It was sent to Iloilo as a symbol of the friendship and the loyalty of Iloilo to Spain during those times. So, before I end, I also would like to share to you, probably you lawyers don't believe in superstitious belief, but we in Iloilo, we believe this, that it is bad luck for visitors to come and go back with money in their pockets. So when you're here, is empty all of it, spend everything goes at Tago, but just leave $200 for the terminal fee for the airport and spend everything so that when you go back, you will have 100 more clients waiting for you, new clients. So I'm wishing you all most fruitful and edifying conference. Again, welcome to Iloilo. And as we say in Iloilo, all of my messages, I am Iloilo and proud to be Filipino. Thank you, everybody.
Member of the Board of the Legal Education Board, Attorney Faith Anuevo.
Distinguished Deans, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to extend to you a very warm welcome on behalf of the Legal Education Board. The Legal Education Board was created under RA 7662, otherwise known as the Legal Education Reform Act of 1993. Today, our chairman is no less than the Honorable Justice Hilarion L. Aquino over there. The other board members are Justice Sinaida Telepanyo, representing the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, Attorney Carmelita P. Yadaw Sison, representing the Chairperson Patricia Bilikwanan, Attorney Manuel Aguilera over here. He represents the Philippine Association of Law Schools, and I represent, he represents the Philippine Association of Law Professors, and I represent the Philippine Association of Law Schools. As the regulatory body which supervises all law schools in the country, our mission is not only to prepare lawyers to be competent legal practitioners deserving of public trust, but lawyers who will assume various roles of leadership in society. It is gratifying to note that this seminar covers a wide range of very interesting items, both to the Legal Education Board and the Philippine Association of Law Schools. We are delighted actually to have you here to participate and share in this year's LEB-PALS Conference on Legal Education with the theme, Mapping Out the Future of Philippine Legal Education and the Practice of Law. That many of you traveled long distances serves to remind us of how important our work is. We are very honored to have with us the Honorable Representative Jerry Treñas, Congressman Lone District of Iloilo, the Honorable Jed Patrick Mabilo, Mayor of Iloilo City, the various justices, Justice Hilarion Aquino, Justice Reyes, Justice Portia, and all the deans of the various law schools. So prepare yourself to be challenged, excited, and inspired. Thank you and good day to you all.
now to deliver the opening remarks on behalf of Philippine Association of Law Schools, we call on our President, Dean Iloilo.
Jed Babilo, Justice Lara Aquino, Dean Rebo, Marvin Guerra, and the other members of the LEB, Rose Reyes, my good friend, LEB President, fellow deans, educators, guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And the mayor of the city is a very good friend. Just for information, he was voted the best mayor in 2014 in the whole world. One of the best, one of the top five. Still the best, right? In the whole world, not just in the Philippines, not just in Asia, but in the whole world. So please, let's give them a big round of applause. I met him when he was president of the JCs, about, 10 years ago, Mayor? And right then I knew that he would be an icon. He will be a leader, as he has shown. His brother Joseph is also a very good friend. He is elder as a commissioner and godfather to one of my boys, one of my 5 boys. And one thing that always strikes me every time I talk to Mayor Jen, and Joseph, his brother, and the Ilonggos in general, that one of their voices is always sweet and malambing. As if they don't ever get angry. I know that's something peculiar to Ilonggos and Ilonggas, no? The sweetness of the tone of their voice. And how I wish I would have the same accent in talking to my clients. But I don't wish my clients to speak the same way in asking for discount. Unless I be charmed and simply say yes to their request. No? Allow me to also acknowledge, of course, Dean Pauline, Dean Sac, Dean Terol, Joan, Dean Solcet, Dean Ernest, Tayo Karen, and the rest of the trustees and officers of PALS for putting together with the LEB this amazing conference, no, filled with interesting and timely topics. Big round of applause for them likewise. In his book, The End of Lawyers, British Professor Richard Susskind challenges all lawyers to ask themselves in their heart and mind what elements of the current workload could be undertaken differently, more quickly, cheaply, efficiently, or to higher quality using alternative methods of working. He argued that the market is increasingly unlikely to tolerate expensive lawyers like us for tasks that can equally or better be discharged directly or indirectly by smart systems and processes. It follows, the book claims, that the jobs of many traditional lawyers will be substantially eroded and eliminated. This warning led me to think, what will happen to my practice in particular, and law practice in general, 20 years from now? Will delivery of legal services still be dominated by lawyers? Or will Google be able to include in the search engine the step-by-step procedure for the efficient and lucrative practice of law by non-lawyers? In particular, will it only be litigation that lawyers will dominate and the rest, guiding, advising, drafting, researching, problem-solving, even teaching, be discharged or performed by laymen using technology? Can we survive the 21st century using 20th century skills? Will lawyers still dictate the cost for legal services on a take-it or leave-it basis? Can we still charge acceptance fees, success fees, and fees based on time billing? Or will market set the cost? Can clients possibly band together and form an alliance to peg costs for legal services, backed up by their claim everything anyway is now in Google? What skills and competencies will be required to succeed in the future? Will practice of law get more complex and require a multidisciplinary approach? What lessons will we impart to our students and how do we impart them? What aspect of legal education and law profession should be improved to succeed in the future? The theme of the second annual LEB-PALS conference on legal education, mapping the future of the legal education and law profession, underscores the need to prepare for the future, lest we get stuck in the past and be left behind. It's high time that the legal education and law profession get out of the comfort zone and confront the challenges with an open mind and a firm resolve to identify the opportunities that come with these challenges. The uncertainty of the future either creates fear or ignites hope. Former U.S. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt aptly said, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." While fear may be a normal reaction when confronted with the challenges of the future, particularly when what's at stake is the relevance of the profession, this is not expected and the rational reaction of a profession whose core training is to find ways and open doors. Confidence and optimism, however, are not enough. It's foolhardy to simply wish that everything will fall into place. The key is not to be complacent, but to plan ahead. Indeed, the uncertainty of the future can only be eased by the lessons of the past and the solid preparations made during the present. No matter what the future may hold though, no matter what skills and competencies will be required, no matter what refinements our curriculum will have to undergo, let's not forget the absolute imperatives of legal education. We should mold competent lawyers with conscience and imbued with the norms of justice, fairness, and equity, and sense of professionalism. In the words of the Carnegie Report, a summary of recommendations after a 2-year study of legal educators all over the world, we should produce lawyers who not only think like lawyers, but act and behave like lawyers. Lawyers not only brilliant minds, but lawyers with a compassionate heart. On this note, I wish everyone a productive conference. Thank you.